I went to vote in Prince George's County. The longest I had ever stayed in line previous to this was in 2004 when I had to wait 1 hour and 15 minutes to vote during the presidential election. This time I was just stunned. I went to the line. When I first saw it, I could not believe it, how long the line was. And people told me it was very slow, and I had no idea how slow it was. After an hour, I was only 1/3 of the way.
I'm Selvin Strauss, and I've gone through 3 hours. Finally got my vote in. I'm happy it's in there, but I'm not happy with the process. When I got here, the line was out the door.
I think in their mind, they saw this as an effort to discourage them from voting. That's how people interpreted this.
I don't understand why we had such a long line and what the delay was. We had a couple hundred people here. There's another voting poll, Melwood Middle School down the street, or Melwood Elementary School, and they didn't have nearly as many people as we have here. And we weren't allowed to go down there to get provisional ballots to vote.
It's just so inhumane. It just makes no sense. The state officials know how, and the county officials, they know how many voters are at that polling place. They know what the turnout rate is on an average for that polling place, which is very high.
I said one of the judges says that he would estimate that there's about 175 to 250 people left in the room.
There's been a lot of funny hanky-panky with that race. I mean, there's been the Still Democrat sign.
I'm here in Hyattsville, Maryland, where today it was reported that a group of homeless people were bussed down from Philadelphia to hand out fake sample ballots, claiming that the Republican candidate was actually a Democratic candidate. Let's talk to a few people about this.
About 10 o'clock this morning, 2 people show up with this official voter guide called for Ehrlich Steele Democrats. Ehrlich and Steele are Republicans. These individuals on the ballot are Democrats. Kawhi Fume and Jack Johnson did not endorse Ehrlich or Steele.
I'd already received a sample Democratic ballot in the mail, but then I got an additional sample Democratic ballot with Wayne Curry, Kawhi Fume, Jack Johnson. These are our choices. Ehrlich and Steele, Democrats, official voters guide. I just think it's kind of twisted, and then they turn around and use the old soul colors, red, black, and green, to trick people.
When I talked to the folks and let them know, like, look, why are you handing this out? What's going on? They were bussed in from Philadelphia. This is Maryland. They were just said, look, we don't know. We're being paid to hand these out today. We have to hand them out to get paid.
Well, man, where you from?
From Philadelphia.
From Philadelphia,
yeah.
Pennsylvania. What you passing out today?
Passing out these.
Okay.
Vote for her, and I'm passing out these flyers.
All right. Passing out the flyer. Who hired you, man? Who you work for?
Work for Mr. Steele.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
All right. You from Philadelphia? What's your name, man?
Robert Dula.
Robert Dula.
Yes,
all right.
Sir.
And this is your friend here?
Yes, sir.
And he's from Philadelphia, too?
Yes, sir.
And what's his name?
You got to ask him his name.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Then his grandson, the convenience of bleachers, saying, oh, I'll just go ahead and pay $3 for a gallon of gas. They don't want that.
Mr. Dula, how long you been here, man?
I've been here since around 8 this morning.
About 8 this morning. Y'all rode in or you flew in?
I rode in.
You rode in?
Around 50 deep.
Did y'all drive? Oh, they brought you on the Greyhound?
Yeah, we
all right.
50 buses.
Have you met Mr. Steele?
Yes, I met him yesterday.
We saw after 2000 a proliferation of these flyers. In 2004, they hit their maximum. These were deceptive flyers that would basically tell people to vote on the wrong day, to send them to the wrong precinct, or tell them that they're going to be arrested. This year, we haven't seen that many of those flyers, but what we have seen is a proliferation of the robocalls.
Message 1.
This is the Virginia Elections Commission. We've determined that you're registered in New York to vote. Therefore, you will not be allowed to cast your vote on Tuesday. If you do show up, you will be charged criminally.
There's some dirtiness in politics between candidates. What I really find reprehensible is not only that, but it's the effort to just suppress whole populations from voting.
Republican congressional candidate Tan Nguyen is in the hot seat, bombarded with questions about his connection to controversial letters sent out to thousands of Orange County Latino voters.
Somebody who has been involved in civil rights and registering people to vote, convincing them to participate in the political process. Now it's coming to me. I said, this is abusive. That's not right. I have not committed no crime. Why should people have sent this to me? And that I feel so infuriated, to say the least.
The letter sent out to 14,000 registered voters states it's a crime for immigrants to vote in a federal election.
They chose those that had a different country of birth other than the United States and that were Latino.
The community was completely outraged.
It was kind of discriminating and it felt bad. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a feeling.
I got the letter. Does he know who's illegal? You don't know who's illegal.
I'm shocked that a letter was sent out. I'm shocked that it was traced back here.
The controversial mailer surfaced last week when Garden Grove City Council candidate Benny Diaz received one in the mail.
We are not in the bandera business. We are not to try to go after somebody. We are just going for the purpose of treating people with dignity. And we are talking for people to act with ethics. We're talking for people to allow other people to exercise the right to vote.